they chopped my hair off and they're like, do you know what you're doing today? I'm like, well, apparently not. And welcome to Bevs with Celebs. I'm your host, Lauren Muir, and today we have fashion photographer turned fashion content creator and influencer, Amy Morgan, on the show.
Hi.
Amy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you look absolutely phenomenal today.
So do you.
As expected, because you are a fashion icon.
Look, it's the pressure.
What is your secret?
I've been so inspired, like looking on, TikTok, Instagram, and like being in the fashion world behind the scenes. I really took a mental note what is happening, and then I kind of used that to my advantage, and then suddenly dressing again to my body type, color, hair type. And then I don't even remember the first time I put on like jewelry, hoops. I'm like, one day I just decided to just like add on so many accessories. I'm like, this works.
And so you're a fashion influencer and a mum of 3-year-old Layla.
Yes.
But before we get into that, we're going to take it back to the start a little bit.
Oh my God. Okay, yes.
What would you describe your childhood like?
Healthy, blessed, and just full of love. Even though I grew up with a broken home, my mum made it the best divorce ever. Made it the best, And I just like took a note of like how she handled everything with grace. I'm like, oh my goodness, being a single mom with 3 kids, crazy. And she made it work. She had a village. That's why like when I first had Layla, I'm like, if all else fails, make sure I have a village, and I have my village. And like, I had the best childhood.
Is she someone you look up to?
100%. And then having like a really cool like stepdad to look up to, a dad to look up to, at a whole and like I look up to my older sister, my younger brother. I look up to him as well. Like there's so many people like, because I grew up in church too, so I have so many cool like people in this world to look up to.
So you worked in an interior design firm when you were 15, 16?
Oh, when I was like, it was like my first job ever. I was in a warehouse with my brother sorting out like, how do you describe the job she did? This friend of ours, she actually like decorated houses that are getting sold, like the furniture, the vases, the pillows, all of the the interior design. And my brother and I were just at the warehouse sorting out pillows,
helping out.
Yeah. And then I did like after school care for a little bit at my school that I went to, and then a bunch of hospitality. I love waitressing. It's so much fun.
Do you ever get the chance to do it these days?
I haven't done it since being in this world, but I miss it.
The influencer world?
Yes.
And did that job in interior designing before all the hospitality work, did that give you a passion for creativity?
No, that whole thing was just like a job. But way before, I was always into photography, always, because my pa and my mum, everywhere they went, they carried a camera. Everywhere they went. And I remember it was like my 17th, 16th birthday, my pa bought me my first camera. And I remember when I first decided to pursue photography, I actually did like a little year 10 project, and everyone could go to the city. As long as you stay creative, you can make your own assignment. And I just decided to shoot a bunch of random people. Do you know Humans of New York?
No.
So Humans of New York is like a series of photos of random people who can like write their story and then just have a really cool portrait of them.
Actually, I think I have seen that.
I did that, but more like I called it was like a Sydney version. I didn't really get their story, but I took some really cool photos of people, and then I did it in like black and white into like A2 prints. Wow. I was in year 10 and I entered it into an art comp at the school. It was like in my senior category and I won.
So it was like Humans of Sydney?
Yeah, Humans of Sydney.
Wow.
And then when I won, I'm like, I can do this. I can so do this. And then from that point on, I was like.
That was your passion?
100%.
And so you mentioned that school was not the place for you? No.
Struggled. It was, your girl was traumatized. I think the biggest trauma I have with school is reading out loud to the class, because people know that I can't read fluently. When I was younger too, I had a stutter, and that was crazy. And I would be with that kid that would go to like the special classes. I would have to go to school early every Monday morning before assembly. I have to go down to the computer room, learn how to do grammar, like basic grammar and spelling, even though I felt like an idiot. I felt like, oh my God, I would go and get tutors. No one could, I was undiagnosed, like dyslexic, ADHD, like people could like try and teach me things, but it went pew, pew, pew. And my sister, love her to death. She was also like school captain, the Ducks every single year. So having like a straight A, perfect honor roll type sister that went to the same school as me, I'm like, think about me, like, don't compare me to her. I am nothing like her.
Did you ever find yourself looking up to your sister and trying to be like that?
Tried so hard. Oh, I would steal her clothes. Now she steals mine. Like she was like the blueprint for me. I look up to her, like I still do. Like she's, again, angel of a woman. But I remember in year 3, I snuck into like my teacher's like spare room, I guess, and I saw the class list and I could see everyone's grades. I was like the lowest. I was like, oh, fuck.
That's such a hard thing to see. As well. You're like 8 or 9?
I was 8.
Yeah.
And you know what? From that point on, I told myself, don't get low grades, get you low. I never let that get to me. Even though I was like,
oh, that is such a good thought to have when you're that young, and having that awareness.
I was hyper aware that I couldn't be at that high grade level. But I just made sure just to keep socially smart. How I learned about like the Big Bang, I memorized the Big Bang Theory theme song.
Oh my God. Can you sing it for us?
No.
Please.
No, I would stutter it for sure. I would mess it up.
Can you give us one bar?
The whole universe was in a hot dead state nearly 14 billion years ago. Expansion started to await. The earth began to cool. Something about the drill. We built the whole with the pyramids. Mad scientists are re-unraveling the mystery. It all started with the Big Bang.
Oh my God. I actually have never seen that show, but I for some reason know bits and pieces of that. Yeah,
so I wrote that in my science test back in like year 8 and I got full marks.
Seriously, the Big Bang Theory intro song, and you got full marks on your question. Oh my God. So after school, you moved to Melbourne. Was that straight after school?
Straight after school. I got into an early entry course in Melbourne. Didn't think I'd actually get it because I didn't tell my family that I was even attempting to like, because it was this uni catered to both filmmaking and photography. And I remember it was the interview was during one HSC exam, but I quickly rushed my
Rush the exam?
The entire thing.
Got out of
blank.
there?
I just wrote, I actually feel really bad because me not studying for HSC and getting really bad grades, I feel like I just brought my whole year level down because of my grades. I'm like, sorry.
Oopsies.
Sorry. But yeah, I was halfway through the geography exam, quickly hopped on, showed my work, told how I went through the process and my passion behind it. And I got in. And
you got in.
So I had to like kind of tell mum, I'm like, I just got in to this uni.
How did she react?
She was shocked because obviously she had she knew that I was passionate about photography and videography, but she never knew to what extent.
Shocked in a good way?
It was more the fact that her baby girl is going to a different state. Like,
where were you living before Melbourne?
Before Melbourne, I'm living there now, like my family home back in like the Lake Macquarie area.
Oh my God.
I live back at home. It's so good, especially being like a mum with like my mum's a kindy teacher, my stepdad's a teacher as well, being surrounded by like being surrounded by people who know how to parent. And
they know what's up.
They know what's up. I don't know what's up. I'm just winging it.
It seems like you got the best support group in the world.
I need it. Oh, that's what I recommend for mums too. Like if you do fall pregnant and you don't think you have enough support, motherhood, you need that. So this woman named Christy from my church, she went through a similar thing where she she's met a guy, fell pregnant, but that was in America, and she moved back home and stuff, and she has this massive family, beautiful Spanish family with all the support. I'm like, she had no one. It was just her and her family. I'm like, you know what? If my situation changed, I would be fine anyway because of my support system. And if she can do it, I can do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Should be right. Let's go. Let's send it.
And she seems like she's thriving. We'll get back to motherhood later.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to go back to your photography in Melbourne.
Yes.
Just ask, what was the craziest story you have from that time, or an experience where you're like, wow, would never have expected this?
Oh, I remember orientation day because I went to LCI Melbourne, which is in the heart of like Fitzroy. Do you know Melbourne?
I know Fitzroy from Fitzroy Garage.
Yeah. So think
TikTok.
about that energy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Grunge.
Grunge.
Right?
Like Newtown vibes?
Newtown vibes, 100%. And me being the only coastie girl with long, curly, surfy blonde hair, mermaid hair, and everyone else had blue, green, red, pink, purple hair. We had people from different, obviously, cultural backgrounds, beliefs, and here's this little spiritual girl that went to church and really like taking it all in there. Like,
Did you go to church every Sunday?
When I moved to Melbourne, I tried, because I grew up on the Seventh-day Adventist faith, which is we would go to church on Saturday, not Sunday, because that's the OG seventh day. But something changed and people went to church on Sundays. But that's fine. But I did try and find like an Adventist church, but I just didn't click with anything. And then I just found Hillsong Church, and I just went to Hillsong Church in the city.
Wow.
Yeah, and I went alone every single time. And I made friends eventually, but I always kept my seat empty to make sure if people flew in from different places from around the world, they could sit next to me.
What was the experience at Hillsong like?
Love, because being such a music fanatic, they have great music every single time. But
I've heard mixed things about Hillsong.
It's very controversial now these days, but I miss their Hillsong conferences. I went to like the women's conference, the sisterhood conference, it was just their music. Love. Period.
Sorry, I distracted you majorly there.
I
Back
know.
to the craziest story.
My bad. No, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, orientation, being surrounded by people from different walks of life, different religions and beliefs, and me being like the only one who doesn't have blue hair. But craziest, honestly, it's been such a time. It was back in I moved to Melbourne 2018 to like 2020. I think it was really, I just decided to get into TV. I was
just about to ask this.
Yeah, so I dove into TV extra work the last bit of my study. I only did it for a year, barely did it for a year. But at the end, I'm like, I have nothing else to do. Let's just try it out.
Yeah.
I got a call back and I played like the main character's body double.
Yes. Was it Bad Mothers?
Bad Mothers.
Yes.
And
Melissa George, right?
Melissa George. That day that I actually got sat in the like hair and makeup chair too, the original character, so the original actress who was meant to play the main actress actually pulled out last minute, and she had like long blonde hair, and like because I had to like mimic hers. Like, yeah, it's great, she's blonde, it's fine. But with Melissa, she's dark, and it was my first time just like sitting in like a salon chair, and without me realizing, they made my hair darker. They chopped my hair off. They chopped my hair to like here, even though my hair was blonde waves down here. They chopped it off. It was an A-lister hairstylist. You know, I was like, it's free, it's fine.
So you had no reaction. You're like, okay.
I was like, oh, here we go. But yeah, they gave me low lights, went way darker. They chopped my hair off, and they're like, do you know what you're doing today? I'm like, well, apparently not. They're like, you're gonna play dead. You're gonna be her dead corpse. We just had the same body measurements. I just had to lie on the floor on the tiles and not breathe. I couldn't breathe.
It's holding your breath.
I had to hold my breath.
How long did you hold it for?
Well, each take took a minute and 32 minutes. Wow. So I had to like hold my breath.
Minutes at a time.
I definitely lost so many brain cells. I feel like a bit of me was still back there. I next to a pool of blood and a dog. And you know
Oh God.
Rhonda from the Amy ad?
Yes.
She discovered me. She's the one that found my dead body.
I did see this scene and I was looking at her and I was like, who is that?
I
She
know.
looks so familiar.
Like, kiss me, good thought.
Yes.
Yeah. So working alongside her is cool because obviously she obviously with the Amy ads and my name's Amy, I'm like, lucky you're with Amy. And I'm like, I'm still single, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God. Ran away from her. But that was crazy. But just doing life in Melbourne as a naive 19-year-old girl, but was so content with it at the same time. I was paycheck by paycheck, barely. I just made sure I had money for coffee,
The
transportation.
necessities in life.
Yeah, I paid my bills. I just wanted to have coffee. And then when it came to fashion too in Melbourne, oh my goodness, I thought I ate every
Really?
look.
You regret your looks when you look back now?
100%. I will look back at my old stories. I'm like, yuck.
Could it have been the times though? 'Cause I look back at what I wore and I was like, at the time it was cool.
At
And
the
now I'm like,
time.
no, that was
No.
not.
I mean, if I showed you, you'd be like, really?
And then you went into fashion photography.
Yes.
And so how was Australian Fashion Week? That was one of the most major events I saw that you
Oh.
worked at.
Yeah, it was, well, you had Melbourne Fashion Week,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually prefer Melbourne Fashion Week over Sydney Fashion Week.
Why is that?
There's just different, like, better locations because with Fashion Week in Sydney, it's most of the shows are at Carriage Works, and there is only so many times you can take photos behind a brick wall. You know Carriage Works?
I know
With the brick
exactly.
wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
the old triangular looking brick buildings.
It's a vibe for 3 days max. With Melbourne Fashion Week, just they had like runways on like street runways, like around like, how do you describe it? Like just runways in the middle of the street. And you can just shoot with them. They'll be walking around Melbourne and I'll be a photographer chasing after them, taking photos. And I have this massive group chat being like, all right, we're going to be at this location. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And then somehow I managed to get into like the media pit and shoot runways. It was so much fun.
Was it as chaotic behind the glam? Like, was it chaotic backstage?
Chaos. Yeah.
Did you get backstage at all?
Once.
How was it?
Chaotic. Because there were so many models
Mm-hmm.
getting dressed, doing their makeup, making sure they had their looks right. That was the last night of Fashion Week, I remember. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And again, I didn't know anyone, but at the first day, I connected with so many people and I got invited to go to more shoots and more places. And
Did you go to after parties?
yes. Oh my goodness.
Really? What was the craziest story you had from an after party?
No. Yes. So it was
Should I be asking this?
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
There's no NDAs, right?
No. It was the last night of Fashion Week. It was the after party at this club. So much fun. And then I personally got invited to the after party too because they're the same models.
From Sydney and Melbourne?
Yeah. So I met them that week.
Mhm.
And after shooting all of them all week, they invited me to go to the after
Your best friends
party.
at that point?
Yeah, BFFs. And then we went to I think he was like a producer or a stylist or something. We went over to his house. Everyone was like on something.
Oh yeah, they always are.
I don't partake. I was just like, I was just more buzzed to be around. It was like what, 3 a.m. Everyone was awake, cooking like lamb skewers, and everyone was just vibing and talking. And I'm just like,
Hey guys.
hi. It was unreal. I feel like I went to bed at like 6. I was buzzed, I was high off life. Yeah, in my head, I'm like, at the end of the day, it's Fashion Week. We're here. Do it for the plot.
And did you ever consider becoming a model?
No. I feel like I was very much into taking photos, wearing clothes. If I'm modeling them, period. Like, it is what it, I love it. Like, being a fashion photographer first, most of the time I have to kind of tell the models how to pose anyway.
Like move your arm here.
Yeah,
put
do
the
this,
leg
do
out
that. I
there.
want that.
Who's your favourite model that you've worked with?
Oh, favorite model? I have 2 in my mind where I have a girlfriend, shout out Lyndall. She kind of helped me kickstart my photography and we did a lot of collaborations together when I first restarted my photography.
Lyndall's such a cool name.
Lyndall
I
Keane.
love that.
Do you know Lyndall Keane? She's an influencer. around here. Like she's an influencer. Oh, and then Naomi. She's she worked for Chuchuzi, and I did a lot of campaign work for them shooting. And then now she's a model. Her partner is a photographer too, and I love his work. I saw Naomi and Lyndall literally because I got invited to get a Dua Lipa.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram.
Crazy.
How was it?
So much fun.
Oh my God.
Being
so you're up in like the
box office.
corporate box?
Yeah. And there was dinner, drinks. It was crazy. So because I was with Pepper Mayo, Lyndall was
the fashion brand?
Yeah. And then Lyndall was with Shopo, and we were like kind of neighbors. And we're like, because she walked past, and like, what are you doing?
Waving to each other.
Yeah, because like she was there with me since my photography days, and now I'm an influencer. I'm like, I made it. I'm here. It was so cool. But I ran into Naomi, 2 weeks ago at an event. I just love her so much.
And you started posting to TikTok in 2019.
2019.
And was it
for fun?
For fun? So
Still
it wasn't
for fun.
a career move?
No, it was just for fun.
Yeah.
Because before TikTok, oh my God, before TikTok, do you remember an app called Dub Smash?
Yes.
I started doing that when I was like 14.
So that's where the passion sparked?
Yeah, no one knows this, but back in like high school days, I would like get my photo booth on, black and white. I would have like 3 go-to songs I would lip sync. And then when I found out there was an app that you could actually lip sync stuff to, I'm like, this is so cool. And then I started lip syncing.
On TikTok?
On TikTok.
And then you blew up with the Almost Famous sound from the movie Almost Famous.
Yeah.
It was like the Rolling Stone magazine one.
Yeah. Don't know why that blew up. I have no idea why that blew up.
That's actually where I discovered you.
That's crazy.
2023. I was like, oh my God, her style. That's what first caught my eye.
That's crazy.
I was like, follow, instantly follow.
Because like at the end it's like something about I do drugs or I take drugs. I don't.
You seen that movie where the sound
No.
comes from?
No.
Really?
I know it's from Almost Famous and it's like Kate Hudson and she's like a groupie or something. But yeah,
it's such a good movie. You've got to watch it.
I barely watch television because I'm just on TikTok and I'm like watching parts, like part 1, part 2, part 7. Like, but I would watch Married at First Sight on my phone, like through parts and highlights. And that's all Love Island.
I started watching Love on the Spectrum through my phone and I was like, okay, I've got to watch the TV
Tanner
series.
has my heart.
Really? I love Connor and Georgie, the new couple in season 3. How did you feel when you started to blow up on TikTok?
It was exciting.
The dopamine of seeing all the views clock
it's
up.
the whole like watching, this might sound a bit like, but like just watching the numbers go up and up and up. And like, it was just exciting. And being like growing up around Lake Macquarie, you don't have a lot of influencers around there either. So like when you blow up, like you're one of the only ones. So when you go out in like Newcastle, you know, I would get and Sydney now too, like I would get approached like, oh, you're from TikTok. You're that girl from TikTok. I'm like, I was like, period. So every time I try to interact with anyone that knows me through TikTok, I always just try to come across, because sometimes I have a resting bitch face. I just want to like grin and smile at everyone to make sure like I'm a friendly person.
Was that like seeing people enjoying your TikToks and coming up to you and seeing the view count go up where you're like, oh yeah, I can make a career from this?
It's mental because obviously it's such a privileged job to have. And I knew people have been saying even before all this, like that I was like, I'm meant to do this. This is like a thing, like being such a creative person in the fashion world, loving on people. It just makes sense. I just never knew like what would be like the initial push to start. And then obviously when videos blow up, they just blow up. And I'm like, you know what, just take it on. And like getting my first collaboration email. And I'm like,
yes.
I remember shout out Tree of Life. Tree of Life was my first proper collaboration.
And definitely your vibe.
It was.
From Almost Famous era. Yeah. This look, not so much now, but back in the day.
I think fashion as well has changed.
It's more like chic.
I feel
like
expensive.
I love when you do like a cool bottom and like the sporty top.
Yes.
I love it.
I just found the coolest. I just bought a jersey the other day. It's like white mesh with 777. Holy
Angel numbers.
Angel numbers. So I'm like, this will pop up at church. This will pop off.
Do people like that at church? Like
Yeah.
the angel numbers?
Yeah,
Oh.
of course. Well, because 777 is a holy number.
Is it really?
It's a holy number.
Oh my
So
God.
like it's biblical.
7's my favorite number.
Period.
Yeah. It's like 7 wonders of the world,
I know.
7 continents, 7
Makes
everything.
sense. It's like
Yeah.
my number is 21.
21. Where did that come from?
Tim Duncan from Centennial Spurs. NBA. NBA basketball.
You are a basketball girl
I hoop.
too.
I hoop.
When did you start hooping?
I started playing basketball back when I was 10.
10. And you still do it today on TikTok. I've seen that you're spinning
do,
the basketball.
I love it. I played a really cool like friendly comp now. Like the team that I'm on, they're a bunch of young mums and like all the kids come. They're all watching mummy on the sideline. Layla's like, shoot. Run. It's the best. But yeah, I mean, shout out Troy Bolton, who was actually my first basketball player that I fell in love with.
It's just a canon event.
I know.
You know?
Because like I tell Layla like when we're driving to basketball, like mummy needs to listen to her basketball music. And like as of 2 weeks ago, I'm like, Layla, this is High School Musical.
Is it Get Your Head in the
This
Game?
song
Is that the
called
pump
Get
up?
Your Head in the Game. This is how mummy gets her head in the game. I love language is literally shooting hoops.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
Your love language.
I love shooting hoops. Just casually in heels, everything. That's how I won that speaker in heels, and I was shooting hoops.
True. Was it
So
like a
cool.
game where you had to shoot hoops and then
3
you
in a
won
row.
a
I
lot?
had to get 3 in a row.
For everyone at home, Amy won this like massive
Tower speaker. Oh my goodness. It was at a Sony event. Massive tower speaker. Had to get 3 baskets in a row. I was in heels, by the way. Did that, and then there's like this claw arcade game, and you didn't know what you were getting. I just randomly got it, and it was like, congratulations, you're the winner of the tower speaker. I'm like, period.
Perfect.
What the heck?
And now you're in the shower like blasting music to this sonic
Oh,
speaker.
sorry, neighbors. I'm so sorry. It's the best.
Women can do anything in heels though.
Easily.
You know?
Easily.
Are you a
100%.
heels to an event kind of person?
100%.
What was your first ever celebrity or like influencer event like?
That was so overwhelming. Overwhelming. I remember I got invited for a Max, is it like a magazine brand, Maxim? It's like a sexy magazine. Sexy magazine. No, it was like a Halloween event for Maxim, and it was on Darling Harbour. Stunning. I just wore like a nice black dress, even though people like dressed up as Halloween characters, but I'm like, I don't want my first impression of me to be in this suggestive type costume or anything. So I'm just going to keep it classy with a black dress. And there was like people from like Married at First Sight, like different seasons and Love Islands. I'm like, oh, shit. And then I remember I interacted for the first time with TikTok Australia. My first proper like influencer event. Obviously you had your start and finish times. It said start at 4. Of course I go on time. They were still setting up. There was no one there. And I had no +1. So I was like, oh, I'll just pretend I'm one of the photographers and I'll just shoot content of like the space before there's people filling in and just like making videos. And then obviously as time progressed, finally people came in. I was like, I had to force myself to interact with people, and people from like Love Triangle and
Were you at that Love Triangle event the other night?
yeah, I was.
Yeah? How was
so
it?
much fun. There's like a tattoo artist, free food, drinks. There was
Crazy.
a like you could do the reading stuff. What's it called? Like the
Like tarot?
tarot reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that, and I was like, I know not to really feed into it that much, but I was curious.
Did they tell you anything fun?
This lady got because they're like, are you a right hand or left hand? I'm a lefty. She was like, you're a witch. I'm like, okay. Period. All right. Yeah. She was like, I can feel the heat from your hand. I'm like, I'm just warm.
It's just kind of hot in here.
And she was just validating a lot of things anyway. So I was like, you know what? Thanks.
So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really interesting. But I'm like, I won't pay any mind to it. I was just curious about it.
And have you found it easy to find friends in those environments?
Well, now, yeah, because I've been in the industry now for almost 2 years now, and gradually being at those events, you really get to know people when you do things alone. Yeah, it's really nice now. Like going to the event that I went to on Thursday, I knew people. I'm like, I feel way more at peace now going to events alone.
Do you find the industry small when you get to know people?
Yeah. It's still big though.
Yeah.
Like it's still like people are either models, creative directors, stylists, photographers.
So many fields.
So
in
many
the one
fields.
career.
I'm like, oh, everyone's just so nice. I haven't had a bad interaction yet.
So you haven't had any horrible like
No.
influencer meets?
No.
No.
Everyone.
That's so good.
Because I just want to make sure my energy is very much like welcoming and warm.
So no one's been rude or anything in these
No.
events? Wow.
Not to me.
That's
I've had a good
unheard
run.
of.
No, I know. I've had a really good run.
Do you find that when you're posting, you have to do anything cutthroat, make some tea, make some drama, or do
No.
shady posts?
No.
So it's all clean.
all clean.
Clean.
I don't want, like the last thing I want is internet drama or any type of drama, and I don't want to involve myself to any, like, hats off to like Anna, hats off to Michaela. Sorry, hats off just to even like doing all of that. I couldn't.
Do you have an opinion on the Michaela Tester, Anna Paul drama?
Team Michaela.
Team Michaela?
Of course.
Have you listened to the podcast?
I can't, like I've had snippets. Team Michaela, Addis needs to be locked up and put away for the rest of his life. That's
I've
it.
heard the same thing, snippets, but I haven't committed to the drama yet.
No, what's really freaking ballsy? Why did Anna go to Coachella?
Did she?
She went to Coachella.
Oh my gosh.
She went to Coachella. I'm like,
She posted a lot.
I didn't keep track. I saw one video of her being there. I'm like, the last thing she should do is be overseas. She should be just hiding. Don't step out. Heal. Do what you gotta do.
Is she traveling overseas to get away from the Australian drama maybe?
Probably.
Do Americans know about it?
Yes.
Drake heard about it.
Know it. People. It is worldwide stuff. And
Wow. It's crazy how like a small Australian,
I know.
like a small nation population wise can create
But
this
like the
domino
drama
effect.
is that big and the subject is that sensitive too. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm feeling for all the girls. Like I respect the girls who are actually out and telling how it is and actually saying what's going on. Like respect to them.
And, like Draggy and Cat Clark. And
Why
was
would
it Seb? Seb as
Yes.
well?
Why would anyone badmouth them? I haven't met them yet. I saw them at the TikTok Awards. I didn't meet them, but I saw them. Lovely. Energy is crazy great.
I'm sure everyone listening has an idea of what's going on. I was thinking maybe we should explain it, but yeah. Do a
your
TikTok
research. You
deep
have
dive.
a look. It's not, go into the rabbit hole, find some time, get some popcorn while you're at it.
Yeah. And also I guess you don't want to create drama because, you know, you're the mom of a 3-year-old and you don't want to be setting that example.
No. No way.
What's one thing about mom life that you didn't expect?
You know, I actually saw a video yesterday of like the question of, do babies even drink water?
I think I saw the same one.
I'm like, I had the exact same question. Newborns don't drink water.
No.
Breast milk all the way.
Yeah.
Booby milk, booby
You
magic.
can like kill them, can't it? It's really
you
bad.
and like I had no idea. But when it comes to motherhood, it's actually really cool because I feel like my energy is quite fun, light, childlike anyway. So when I first fell pregnant, I'm like, you know what? Just embrace it. Embrace the mess. Embrace the chaos. Embrace the energy. Embrace the mess. It's so like, because Layla is literally the coolest chick ever. I want to be that type of parent where she can come to me about anything. There is literally no judgment. Ask whatever you want. I want to have the household where people be like, I want to go to Layla's mum's house.
The cool mum.
Yeah. Come. I want to know people's little dramas. Like I love to know, give advice, and if they don't follow, they don't follow. Like that's their decision, you know. I don't want to be like, do this, do that, do that. Like I would tell them how I would go about it, but if they choose something else, that's you. I told you.
It's their free will, I guess.
I can't be like, no, like a puppet. Like I don't want to puppet them.
What's one thing that she's taught you? The other way around.
No, she has the joys of like re-loving life complete. Like I love life before.
Yeah.
But like she brings out this crazy joy of like Christmas. We have Christmas joy again. And Easter, you know, you have Easter accounts now. Again, birthdays are crazy. Everything you do is an adventure. Experiencing going on a train for the first time, going to the beach is always so exciting. Life is just so exciting for them.
All the firsts.
All the
learning.
Oh, all the seconds, the fifths, the fourths, everything.
The childhood magic.
Yes, that she is so like, her imagination is so cool. She's got the coolest imagination. I think what I thought about this the other day too. Her finally knowing lyrics to songs. When we're driving, I will put the review mirror up and she like know all the Moana songs.
A Disney fan.
She can keep a tune too. We got invited to attend Disney on Ice.
Oh my God.
Being a Gen Z mother and like being like growing up with those films too, because they had Lion King, they had The Incredibles. I grew up on that. I was like, oh, it's Frozen. Mr. Incredible, but
you're there fangirling.
She was like, Olaf. Like, this is so fun.
All the modern ones.
And like now she's in her Disney era too.
If she was listening back to this one day, what's one bit of advice you'd give her?
I want her to just have that light she has now, to keep that light on. Like her character, her personality. I'm like, just keep going, because that personality will get you so many places for sure. The kids around her just want to be with her and want to hang out with her. I'm like, that's my girl.
Before we wrap, you're also DJing now. Soon. Tell me about that.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Tell me about this whole crazy experience.
No, because like.
And how you fell into that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my days. Okay, guys. It's been, how do I even describe it? The passion that I have for DJing is the same feeling I got when I picked up my camera. Like, the fire's there. A niche that I found on my TikTok page is that I found so many cool hot girl remixes.
Yes.
So many remixes. I feel like people do cling on to nostalgic songs that, they can sing to. But when it's like a doof, doof, doof or like Afrobeat beat, like it's the best.
It's something different.
I've always loved music to its core. Like, okay, bit of a thing. Like, do you remember when Pitch Perfect first came out?
Yes.
Okay.
I was watching that 5 nights ago or something like that.
Okay, when Anna Kendrick first opened up her laptop, it was like
212.
It was like this garage band type 212 thing. And I'm like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
And her getting behind all of that kind of like triggered a little something in my head. I'm like, I want to do that. What the heck? I want to do that. You will never catch me being like, okay, Amy Morgan's going to drop a new single. Because I know I can't sing I can sing, but I won't release a song with my voice because I know I'm not it. Like, I know good music when I hear it and I'm not it. But I love the technicalities behind it all. And yeah, when I find all these remixes, I'm like, you know what? Imagine combining all of these remixes, making into a set, vibing, because I love to dance. And those videos that blow up, like Apartment Life? When you have like this thing with DJs now where you're in an apartment and you're the DJ in the middle of it.
Yes.
And the DJ looks so cool. You have some cool people around you just vibing. The mixes go up. Everyone like dances. Or the boiler rooms and like the power.
I love a boiler room.
The power though of dictating the vibes. You're the reason why they're dancing. You're the reason why they're so happy and they're doing their thing and they're just like, ugh, like I want to be the reason why they're doing a little bit of something. Like I just the power of that is so cool. And like the fashion behind it too. I can't wait. But yeah, like there's no skill. I have no skill, but I have the passion there and I'm just so ready for it.
And so you're learning through Your Shot,
it's
company?
Happening. So I got like a pre-selected early selection thing and it's starting with a 6-week period. You have to like kind of do one-on-one classes we get provided decks. You're building up your set list. You're learning how to mix properly. It's like a class per week. 6 weeks, and I need that one-on-one. But at the end, you have to actually perform your set, and you're in this competition now. If you win the competition, you can like play at festivals.
How are you feeling about the final performance?
I'm nervous, but it's like starting a new hobby though is terrifying.
It is.
Like the last time I started a hobby was photography. That was when I was like 15, 13 years old. Being a grown woman, starting a new hobby, which is daunting because you're stepping into a competition at the end of it. I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but like watch this space. I don't even know what I'm going to be called as a DJ either. I need to come up with names.
Do you have any ideas?
No.
Really?
None.
No.
Amy is so basic, but like I don't want to try like this outlandish name. I don't want to make it. I don't want to have a cringy name. I want to make it cool.
Maybe like initials, like AM or something like that.
Something about AM.
AM. Yeah.
And the PMs. I don't know.
AMs and PMs. We don't discriminate.
No, I know. I love them both. But yeah, I don't know. But all I want is a bunch, because I know since I'm like, my vibe is like hot girl summer, hot girl vibes. I just want to have me, all these really cool hot girls dressed to the nines, vibing.
It's going to be fun.
I'm so excited. Like, it's this fire.
I'm excited to see your posts on it. Hopefully see you perform live.
No, I know. Come. Everyone
I will.
come. No,
Everyone, come to Amy's
come.
show.
I don't even know when, but
We'll be there.
please. Be there or be square.
On the theme of Bevs with Celebs,
Yeah.
if you were a drink, what would you be? And what would the garnish be?
Coconut margarita.
Coconut margarita.
Coconut margie, or like anything that's mixed with coconut, watermelon or lychee or mango.
Yes. The tropical flavors.
Tropical sunset with like, because I mean, I don't really buy cocktails because in this economy, I'm
Like
more for
$30.
ciders. I'm
Yeah.
a cider girl. Like, but if I was a cocktail, like coconut margie, watermelon margie, or a mango margie, garnish would be like that bubble, and then you pop and it's like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That is such a cool garnish. I would have never thought of that. I was thinking like maybe chili, salt,
I
like
can't
a
do
spicy
spice.
mug.
I can't do
Really?
spice. I cry. I
Yeah.
can't even do sweet chili.
I'm actually okay with spice, but spicy margaritas, they're hard.
I want to enjoy my drink. I don't be like, but no.
We'll do that face in slow-mo.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Someone with AI make it look like what I'm trying to describe. Like have it like a full like rainbow tropical sunset coloring. Yeah, coconut bubble
I'll create one
Yeah.
and I'll post it.
with the sound
To the
effect too.
Bevs with Celebs Instagram, which everyone should check out.
Yes, have a look.
And also thank you to Better Beer
Thank
for
you
providing drinks today. And that's a wrap. Thank you for coming,
Thanks
Amy.
for having me. I don't want to leave. Let's talk more. What else?
What else can we talk about?
What else?
We should do a cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
That was so good. Well done.
That was
gal.
fun. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Bevs with Celebs. Make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening and check us out on social media at Bevs with Celebs. Next week, I'm chatting to the creative force and founder behind the iconic fashion brand 5 by Flynn. And if you haven't already, check out our latest episodes. Cheers.